Okay, so this is part 3 in sharing with you some of our strategies for preparing Riley to be started under saddle. So we've covered acceptance. I don't mean we've done everything in the world, but we've covered some of the concepts of acceptance. We've covered some of the concepts of steady pressure. Very important. One of the things that can easily happen is you get your horse so tame that they become a spoilt horse. And a spoilt horse, like a spoilt child, is going to have problems in the real world. So we have to try and find the balance, and you won't always be in balance. Try and find the balance between the yields and the acceptance. We want him to yield respectfully, without fear. And in the beginning, it's very easy with the foals just to think, I can scratch him here, I can scratch him here, and I get to where I can scratch my way to friendship with him. And it was certainly that way with him. I did a lot of scratching. It was that typical thing, scratch them on the rump. They're always itchy, aren't they, these little foals? And he wasn't as friendly as the new recruit we've got. So that's kind of how we became friends. Now, if we just did that, if we just loved on him the whole time, pretty quick you're going to have a horse that's in your space a lot. He's going to start biting you, he's going to push into you, and if he gets scared, he's going to run over the top of you. That also translates to the saddle. You might be able to get on and wander around a little bit. He gets scared, he's going to push through you. Okay, so he needs to be respectfully yielding. So we've done a lot of this, certainly in recent time, we've done quite a lot of this. He needed a little crash course in getting that better, because I'd put probably a little bit too much emphasis in getting him friendly and not enough in getting him yielding. So we were a little bit out of balance there. And this was, this came out when folks were feeding him and things like this. He was basically just a pain to feed and go through gates and things like this. So we had to just balance it up a little bit. So the deal really, no big surprises. What we're looking for is the yes answer, which means if I ask him to pick up his energy, he picks up his energy. If I ask him to move, he moves. It shouldn't take too much to do. If I ask him to pick up his energy and he tries to escape, that tells me where his acceptance is or understanding is as far as that yield goes. So what tends to happen there is they might back up, move the hindquarters, whatever it might be. You speed it up, say, go quicker, and they try to leave. Now at that point, you go, okay, that's good to know that we haven't quite got to that next level yet. So here, if I ask him to back, he backs a little sluggy, I'll say, okay, buddy, get back. And I'll really think about, come on, hustle up, hustle up, hustle, 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 hustle. And you can see he's not real coordinated with it, but he put a lot of effort into it. For that much energy and effort you put into it, you should have been going back about twice as fast, but don't worry, you'll probably get a little more coordinated as things go on. So, ask you to follow feel here. Now that you've snapped them up once, the next time, so that's like a correction. Next time, you go to ask, they're a little more responsive, aren't they? So the corrections often don't give you a better result immediately, but they give you a better result next time. So, this type of deal here where he's getting more confident, so backup's very important. Also, forehand, that forehand yield, very important. Not that the hindquarter isn't, but that's more so if I had a horse that was lacking confidence, needed to be unwound. So I'm going to come in here and go, no, you really need to go, you really need to go. So there he did a pretty good job, because I asked him to go, he was going, and then I kept going, come on, go a bit quicker, and he actually just went a little bit quicker. That's quite good. I was quite pleased with that. Yeah. So it means he can actually tolerate quite a bit of energy without thinking he doesn't know the answer. So the answer is becoming more and more ingrained for him, which is really nice for him. So one of the exercises we will use a lot, and this will be driving, and there's of course an element of steady pressure in it as well, is the half circle exercise. So typically we'd start with a horse out in front here, and we'd say, buddy, you go there, and I'm looking for that shoulder. Boom, go. Now there's different ways we can do it. One way is you come underneath like this, which means you have to bring this in front of their body and then send, oh, go. So this is particularly good if you've got a horse that's pretty confident, and we now have a horse that's pretty confident. I should be able to do this all day long and it shouldn't worry him too much. If you've got a horse that's not so confident, what's going to happen here, and you saw him look at that a bit and flick up a little bit, they're going to strike the flag, okay? Or they're going to rush backwards or something like that. Whereas a very confident horse, that just stops them coming towards you, and then away you go. So the other way we might, all right, go. The other way we might do it is yield the hind quarter, go around the back of your head. You see that's driving him there. Yield the hind quarter, go around the back of your head. You can see he knows the pattern, so I need to mix this up for him. So one of the other things I'll do is start to teach him the intention, how to read intention. So he just did what most horses do. He went, oh, you're rubbing me, I'll stop then. No, I'm still asking for forward. So here we say, go forwards. So this is about reading me, not the tool. So he comes down to stop. Now I can go giddy up, right? Go button support, or I can do this, giddy up, go button support. So this one, oftentimes, you get a horse kicking at you. Okay, so often I'll start here, because then if they react to that, they usually go up. Come on, buddy, that's my go button support. So I'm going to be riding you, and if you don't go for my leg, I'm going to say giddy up, here. Giddy up here, yeah, we go. And if I really needed to, like if he had his head between his legs or something like that, I probably wouldn't spank him back there. I'd probably come in here and just add a little bit of gentle rhythm and see if we can get a little forward. So if he can respond to that without thinking he's got to have opposition to it, that's good. There we go, mate. Back you go. What do you think, Riley? It was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. So we want him to understand, respond in a respectful way. So it's yielding with respect, not with fear. So we don't have this kicking out deal going on. We don't have that bucking up deal going on. So already we know, oh, we've got a chance this might actually work. All right, Riley. In addition to this, we're going to throw in a lot of obstacles because they're going to be great for purpose and communication and really testing what we've got. But that's the basic yielding we're going to need for us starting him under saddle.